Been fire in the booth, but I'm not a rapper. Purpleroom RecordingZ episode 120 coming live and direct on that big fat juicy ghoul booty that you got. Happy Halloween, you motherfuckers. I wanted to do something like this last year, but I didn't have the patience and I didn't have any of the material that I had now. So now that I got it, I can finally bring it to life. How are you guys doing? The world's gone crazy, obviously. That's why I'm here. Me and my alter ego. You see this as a costume? I see this as who I really am. Like, this is just how it's gonna be. You can see this as like, oh, he's dressing up for Halloween. I literally feel like this every day. Every day. I wake up in the morning and it's like, okay, I'm gonna go hopelessly give people a cure to something and they have no idea what it is. I don't even know what I'm doing. You don't know what I'm doing, but you're gonna trust me and you're gonna think that what I'm giving you makes sense. Right? That's what plague doctors were. They were victims of their time. All they did was they tried their hardest to make it seem like they knew what they were doing, but nobody fucking knew what the fuck the bubonic plague was. There's no way those poor people could have known. They did their very, very best, and I congratulate my ancestors for that, but in reality, it was just a bunch of scientists and a bunch of doctors, medieval doctors, so not really doctors, so that thought that giving people flowers and like praying over them and shit like that would have cured the plague, and did it? Absolutely fucking not. Or wiped out literally half of Europe. But you like the fucking effort, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here. That's why I have so much respect for him. Anyway, this is who I really am. Whoever you're excuse me, I'm a little sick on topic. It's not the plague. It's not the plague and it's not COVID, so don't fucking come for me. But got the sniffles. Anyway, the world has gone fucking crazy again. Like how I said, it's like I have to fucking like walk in and be like, hey, is everybody good? You cool over there? You fine? Let me look at you. Let me look at you. Let me look at you. All right. I just gotta make sure, because from all the shit that I'm looking at, it doesn't look like anybody's having a good time. And before we get into the nitty gritty of the shit that we're about to talk about today, I was watching Andrew Schultz's comedy special not too long ago, and one of the conversations that came up were, why the fuck do people like serial killer documentaries so much? And one of the women in the stand said, because they're hot. Because he initially asked, like, why do women love serial killer documentaries and like murder docs so fucking much? And this woman said it was because that the person in question, the murderer, was hot. And he said that's fucking why. Like that right there, that's the problem. And I kind of agree. Why are there so many people that are attracted to Jeffrey Dahmer? Ain't no fucking way. He wasn't even straight. Like, what that's the most confusing part. When I talk to people that have watched that, oh my god, I tried, bro. I tried. Fellas, ladies, gentlemen, people, human beings, fellow plague doctors, attack helicopters, whoever the fuck is listening to this shit. Turtles, capybaras, well, they're always listening. Anyway, when I tell you I gave it my all, I genuinely tried to watch that documentary that came out about Jeffrey, or the live action, whatever the fuck, about Jeffrey Dahmer and his life. I tried to watch it. I got to episode 5. Episode 1, 15 minutes in, when spoiler alert. I'm gonna be completely honest. You shouldn't watch this bullshit anyway. But just in case you do, he kidnaps a young man, or he lures a young man back to his house. Young black man, of course. And they do whatever he's promising, that if he can take a few pictures of him, he'll give him money. And the guy's like, sure, I need the money. None of you fucking losers are going to give me $50, so I'll take some pictures for $50. Like, it's fine. And, worst case scenario, we end up, doing whatever, and then I get to go home. They get there, he, poured something about his house smells like asshole. Duke's got a human fucking head in his fridge. It was wild. He drugs the guy. They're hanging out and, talking about he's going to eat his heart. The guy escapes, runs into the police, thank Christ. And then they go to Jeffrey's house and they get him. After that whole sequence of events, I was like, there is no way. I already knew, like, there's no shot I was going to watch all of it. There's no way. I don't need to watch that. Nobody needs to see that. We all know what fucking happened. We all know the story. That was fucking crazy. We all know what he did. We all know. There's how many documentaries on it, how many short stories about it, how many people lived through that. And then on top of everything else, think about the victims, think about the victims' families that have to watch this shit. Hey, you're gonna glorify, not necessarily glorify, but you're gonna tell the story of like how my like uncle or how my son or how my brother got fucking clapped by this guy. No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't want to listen to that shit. That shouldn't be public. There's already like massive amounts of documentaries about it. We all know what happened. We all know who he is. We don't need to fucking live through this guy again. Hell no. So I watched it. I genuinely tried to finish. I watched it with the intention of finishing it. I didn't watch it with the intention of enjoying a show. I watched it just to fucking, just so I can talk about it, you know? Because I don't give a fuck about Jeffrey Dahmer, and I sure as fuck don't give a fuck about his story. So I watched it for the intention of just making content. That and all things considered, I was a little interested. Okay, just a little bit. I had to check if I was still recording on that ass. Absolutely, I am. Let me get back to full screen so I can look at my beautiful self. I look fucking delicious. Again, this is who I am. This is who I really feel like I am. You see this as a costume. I see this as who I... Anyway. So I watched this Jeffrey Dahmer. I got to episode 5. You know, when it's spoiler alert again, like when he kidnaps that dude and he's promising him like, oh, we can lift some weights and we can drink a few brews and smoke some weed and then I'll take you to that concert or whatever. And when the time comes to, get going, he kisses the guy and the guy's like, dude, I'm not attracted to men, you can't do that to me, guy. And he's like, sorry. And then he's like, all right, let's fucking go. And then Jeffrey ends up doing Jeffrey things, fucking kills the guy and like starts eating pieces of him like a weirdo. And let me also say, like, because this is very important, this guy had a fucked up house life. Like his mom was schizophrenic, or at least at the bare minimum had some sort of personality disorder. And his father was like a cold-hearted person himself. Like he wasn't there for both of his kids' upbringings because he was too busy fucking cheating and doing whatever the fuck. And then his mom was trying to chase fucking UFOs. Cool hobby, but hindsight is 2020. So let's just assume that not the best thing to do, especially like given the time and then you have the fact that you have 2 fucking kids. You just pull back on the wackadoo shit just a little bit, lady. Like please, just for the sake of argument, like just let's get him something. Like come on now. And his father, showing him how to taxiderm shit and like what are the ins and outs of a fucking of a body, and what should you do and how do you dissect it, all this weird shit. And none of it was cool, none of it was enjoyable. Tell him how to take out a heart, and really, really fucking sad. So seeing him in high school getting bullied, and the little boy took his this is how you should have known the kid was a fucking whack job. Like they brought every kid in the classroom brought their teacher an apple, and this kid brings his teacher a jar of fucking tadpoles. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. I would have been like, hey, excuse me, it's Dr. Raven on the phone. Your kid Jeffrey Dahmer is in my classroom. Either you come pick him up and be a real parent, or I'm gonna escort him to some sort of service where he can be rehabilitated, because he's obviously fucking nuts, and any day now he's gonna do something batshit crazy. So if you're not gonna do something, I will. Do you understand me? And then before they can say anything, I'd hang up. There you go. There you go. No murderer. Everybody's alive. Woohoo, hooray, woohoo, hooray. But I'm telling you, it was just the most fucking wackadoo, whack job shit I've watched in a long time. And I've watched a lot of fucked up things. As somebody that, that is like a big horror fan, gore fan. But this was just nonsense. It was, I like the leading actor. Okay. The shots, the cinematography was great. It's a good looking show. It's just what the fuck they're talking. All of that time and energy could have went to literally anything else. Why the fuck did we need to talk about Jeffrey Dahmer? Like, it didn't need to be this way. We could have went any other way. If you want to make a cool serial killer doc, like something that'll actually keep people engaged and not just be there just for the sake of shock value and fucking just violence and vulgarity, talk about or make a make a series about the Zodiac killer. That's a fucking guy. Dude killed how many people and never got caught. Never got caught. There's low-key no information about him. So do a little digging on that. Or make some assumptions about that like you did in this fucking cocksucking show. And then boom, like I think you would go. I'm pretty sure people would fuck with it. Guy was in the Bay Area. Like American Horror Story did what they did about the Zodiac killer, but they didn't really go into detail about him. They, portrayed him exactly as how the public seen him. Like, we didn't know what he looked like. We didn't know what his face was. We didn't know who the fuck he was. He was just killing fucking couples and killing women. Like, that's all it was. And there was not a lot of information around it around the time. But if they made a show about that would have been fucking cool. Not Jeffrey fucking Dahmer. Maybe I'm alone on this, but out of every serial killer, in that world, I feel like we shouldn't even be talking about any of them, but out of all of them, like Jeffrey Dahmer was the one you decided to give a show. You fucking see, come on, man. Like, if you liked it, maybe tell me what I missed. I know for a fact I didn't miss anything. I'm happy I stopped watching it at episode 5. And to be honest with you, I rewatched episode 5 because the first time I was watching it, I just could not pay attention. I was dissociating. I didn't give a fuck. And then the second time around, I paused it and I'm like, okay, fuck am I doing here again? And then I was watching it and my friend was like, I was on Discord and my friend's like, hey, did you get to the part where he's drinking the guy's blood out of a cup? And I'm like, okay, no, don't want to see that. Don't need to see that. So I turned it off. Why the fuck am I going to watch that? Fuck all of that. Fuck all that. Like, what do you, how much dick do you got to smoke to sit there and watch that documentary and think that, like, this is good television? Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no, like, am I going stupid right now? Like, I'm going deep. Like, there's no fucking shot again. Like, let me check. I don't fucking know, bruh. Are you okay? Do you need anything? Do you need me to check you? Hello, let me know, you kind soul. Because I'm over here lost for words. Guys over here going great fucking sicko mode. Sicko mode. People on Twitter going sicko mode over this shit. No more. No, I tried watching it. Can't do it. I give it an attempt. I got to episode 5. It was a nice, look good, but no, not for me. Speaking of people smoking dick, can somebody please tell me where the fuck Kanye West's mood stabilizers are? Got that from Michael Rappaport. I thought that shit was a little funny. Anyway. But for real, like, where are they? Where are yours? Where are they? I don't take mood stabilizers, but if I did, I would highly advocate and recommend that anyone else that was taking them should take them. And as somebody that doesn't take them, I think that Kanye West, as a person that obviously needs them, I think he should take them because it'd be the right thing to do so he doesn't have these manic fucking episodes where he says dumb shit and he gets his own brand tarnished. There is no fucking way. First of all, there's no reason for Kanye to ever, forever lose his deal with Adidas. When I heard that today, I was like, man, what? How fucking hard we worked to get that deal in the first place. And then it's gone. Why? Why is it gone? Why is it gone? Because the fucking guy wants to make anti-Semitic comments. Wow. Talk about a fucking gut punch, man. And it's the ooh, that look, wait, whoa. That might be a little icy. I'm a fuck, I love how I look fucking good, man. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know who Kanye's PR person is. Scratch that. We all know he fired them. Whoever the fuck it was. Hey Kanye, so I'm over here going through your notes, and I don't think you shouldn't say that. And Kanye, he walks up. He's like, I'm Kanye West. I can say whatever I want. And then he fucking probably stomps really hard in his big ass boots and says, something about Kim Kardashian and how his wife is getting fucked by a white guy with a 10-inch dick, and then he just completely blacks out and then wakes up in the morning and literally does the same thing. But his PR person isn't there, so now he's just going fucking stupid. Like why? And he went on a relatively big, I'm so mad I don't know the podcast's name, but he went on a very popular podcast that I pop in and out of, and it's really good. I don't know, I feel so fucking bad that I don't know the name. Anyway, he goes on this podcast, and he has a few drinks. It's fine. Like, when I have guests on my podcast, I give them drinks as well, like alcoholic beverages, water, whatever they want. I have it all. That's perfectly fine. What's not fine is him getting drunk or whatever. He might not have even been drunk. He maybe one or two drinks, and then his inhibitions, whatever the fuck, were just like, not today. No more. I'll just say exactly what I want, exactly how I want to say it. So, they kind of just throw caution to the wind, and then it's just Kanye and his fucking Kanye brain with a microphone in front of him. So what does he do? He goes stupid, saying that he sympathizes with white powerful men in America, because that's like what he's gonna, that's the next step for him. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? Like, it's like he doesn't give a fuck about his people at all. Like, if you're gonna get, like, my whole thing personally, like, if you're gonna not care, you have to care for something, because the whole point of not giving a fuck about something is so that whatever you do care about, whatever you're, like, the thing that you're willing to break other morals for, that has to be for something. So if that's the idea behind it, like, if Kanye's doing all this shit and going on all these rants and saying all this negative shit, but what he's doing is preserving something, I don't know what the fuck that would be at this point, but if it's for something, then it would make more sense why he's acting the way that he is. But now he's just talking with no repercussions until today, or until now. Obviously, with his fucking his Adidas deal being gone, which was the fucking, I think that was the bulk of, like, where his money was coming from at the time being. At least as of recently, because the guy does Kanye own his royalties? It doesn't matter, he's still rich, but point being, like, that deal was crazy as fuck for Kanye to get. Like, it was so, I think when everybody found out, it's like, holy shit, Kanye's a part of Adidas, and then he comes out with Yeezys, and then fucking a whole generation of fashion revolved around that for like 5, 6, 7 fucking years. And everybody was like, holy shit, Kanye's a genius off that. So for that to just go down the fucking toilet because he wanted to open his mouth and say something stupid once is crazy to me. And he has no one else to blame but him fucking self. That's the part that makes all of this worthwhile. That's the part that's funny to me. That's the part that actually makes, like, total sense. It's like, of course. Like, the only way Kanye can fuck that up is from him. Pete Davidson didn't do it. His kids didn't do it. Jay-Z didn't do it. Puff Daddy didn't do it. Willie D didn't do it. Did I say his kids? His kids didn't do it. Pete Davidson with his... Why the fuck are you talking? Why are you on Twitter? Why are you on Twitter talking about Pete Davidson's dick? What the fuck is that about? On top of all the other shit that he's gotten the fucking tuck. Like, why are you talking weird about another man's meat? Fuck going on? He said my wife is getting piped by a white man with a 10-inch. Man, what? Why are you talking like that? Why are you saying shit like that? I don't like that kind of talk. So just stop it. It upsets me. If you know where that reference is, I'll give you $5. Point being, Like, is nobody outraged? Is nobody else like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on here? Fuck going on? Mr. West, Mr. West, Mr. West, Mr. West, please wake up and like, it's like everybody's on that perk 30 wok combo, bruh, at McDonald's. I swear. Everybody be hitting that shit up. It's $5.99 at McDonald's. The perk 30 wok combo. They give you three perks, three, pretty decent sized perks, and then they give you a double cup of that wok card for $5.99 plus tax. And motherfuckers be, ever since that shit came out, bro, people have been straight jamming the fucking McDonald's ass. Hey, bro, let me get that wok. I need that walk hard, baby. I need them perks. And I'm over here looking at you guys like, why are you doing perks? Like, why are you drinking that shit if you know it's gonna make you tweak the fuck out, bro? At least, like, I'm not saying, don't, kids don't do drugs. Don't do them. They're not good for you. But for the adults, like, if you're gonna drink lean, if you're gonna drink vodka, whatever the fuck you want to call it, in Oakland, that potion is what they say. If you're gonna drink that shit, can you like either drink it by itself in moderation or like smoke a blunt with it, like what you're supposed to do? Not fucking take painkillers with it. Don't do that. What you get when you do that is you get Kanye. You get people that want to talk about why serial killers are sexy. You get weird shit. We don't need that weird shit no more. I know it's Halloween and people want to act out and dress like this and, and be fun. Again, this is who I really am. But, they want to dress, fucking do whatever. Like, all of that is fine. All of that is cool. But when you want to hit up that wok hard perk 30 combo that's $5.99 at fucking McDonald's, that's when I have a problem. Because you get weirdo shit like this. Oh my god, that's not even the rest of it. As of today, of recording this, Aaron fucking Donald and Jaylen Brown both made public statements as to why they're resigning and they're backing out of Donda Sports. Oh my fucking god, dude, like if it couldn't get any fucking worse. As if it couldn't. Oh, hats on. There you go. As if it couldn't get any worse for this guy. Ain't no fucking way, bro. Aaron Donald, the best defensive player in the NFL. Him and his wife both made a fucking statement together as to why the fuck they don't want to associate with him. Jaylen Brown did the same thing. So you have two extremely large, influential athletes that were willing to advocate for your brand because they believed in you, because they loved what you represented to not only to the community but as another black man, as a person. And as somebody that just has a business mind, they loved all that shit and they signed with you because they trusted you. And then this is what you do? It's like you can't even make this shit up. It's like I have the notes right here. It doesn't even seem fucking real. What the fuck this guy's saying out of his mouth? And it gives me pause because it's like, there's no way he was like this his whole life. There's no shot. And I'm saying all this, and Kanye has, I'm not here to condemn him. I'm not here to of course I'm judging him, but that's not my job. I'm not trying to big him up. I'm not trying to shit on him. I'm literally just saying what's happening. And that's the part that's scary. I'm not embellishing at all. All of this shit is real. You can go on the internet and look any of this shit up. Just like I did. I'm just talking about it. Bro is giving me no room to work. Like, I wish I could embellish some of this shit. To be honest with you, I don't think I could, because it already sounds fucking ridiculous. There's no way that I could add on to the fucking, no other word that I can say now, since he lost his Adidas deal and he lost his deal He lost two of his biggest fucking representatives, a part of his brand. Like, there's nothing I can say besides, like, his behavior is now destructive. I don't know if, you can make a debate that before, like, these anti-Semitic comments, like what he was saying and what he was doing, you could call it destructive, but you can make a debate that it's not. Now, like, things are burning. People are losing money now. So we can officially say, like, Kanye's behavior is destructive, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me because who is around him? Somebody that powerful and strong with that much wherewithal and knowledge about the world has to have at least one fucking person, at least one to go to and to check in. And so he can wrap their arms around, or someone can wrap his arms around him and be like, hey bro, you're a family man. You, like, think about what you did, like all of this shit. There's no fucking way that this is all just him. Like, he's not getting checked by any of this shit. Yo, let me fucking see you. I don't fucking believe this. Let me look at you good. Ain't no fucking way. Jesus Christ. But I didn't want to talk about Kanye. Like, it just got to a point where I had no choice, Of course you have a choice, but I can't let this fucking guy slide after saying bullshit like this. Fuck would I do that for? What the fuck am I trying to say? I just had a stroke right now. Injustice to you guys. Hold on, I'm gonna fucking get up. Let me show you guys the full fit. Look at this ice. Yeah. Energy, baby, energy. Okay, I'm taking it off now. At least the mask. Woo. I was going fucking hard. Oh, okay. All right. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming, since I'm waiting till the tail end of the video to make the football shit. Because I know you guys don't really fuck with it, but I'm a fucking addict. So let me get my fix in and then I'll let you guys go. It's been fire in the booth, but I'm not a rapper. Purpleroom RecordingZ episode 119 or episode 120. Because there's 2 episodes that are going to come out. So me and my boy, Art by Larry, shout out to Art by Larry. We made an episode about House of the Targaryen. And that was meant to be the episode that was going to drop this week. But since the fucking the video had some sort of issue, like it wasn't even rendering. Like it literally just wouldn't come off of my camera. I can't post it. So the audio version of that is going to come out, very, very soon. Let's just say. And, then this episode is going to come out, around the same time. So that's why I'm getting confused with what episode is going to be what, because there's 2 episodes. Anyway. Fucking weird ass sound right now. Hello? Anyway, I'm going to talk about football for a little bit, then I'm going to get out of your guys' hair. I'm not going to talk about every team. I'm just going to talk about a few teams, a few games that happened in week 7 that had a lasting impression on me, and a few players, and then I'm going to let you guys go. You can go about your day, get that spooky sex on, do whatever the fucking, what is it you do, you know what I mean? I ain't got no say in what you do, but all I'm saying is, like, be safe out there.
because the night is dark and full of terrors. Anyway, first, the Packers and the Commanders. My fucking God, huh? What a game to watch, because I don't think nobody going into this game assumed that the Packers would lose. Nobody did. Why? It's because you have Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers are supposed to have one of the best defenses in the league. So, just with that information alone, everybody kind of assumed that, okay, the commies, the Commanders, shit fucking name. You guys had Washington Wolfpack as one of the choices. Washington Red Tails, which is a kind of plain, and Tom Grossi voted for he made Washington Wildflower. All of those are better, way better options than the Washington fucking Commanders. Anyway, the Packers lost 21-24. 21-24. They had a pick six by Devondre Campbell, his first touchdown of his career, and they also had Aaron Jones make two receiving touchdowns, which is, one of them was really fucking good. The one that he got in garbage time, the over the shoulder, nice. And on top of just so many goddamn penalties happening on the Packers side, especially on the offensive line, Jesus fucking Christ. The Commanders just had a good game plan. They knew where to attack. They knew what to do. They obviously watched the tape from the Packers' previous losses to the 49ers and to the Jets and to the Vikings and to the Giants. Watched all that shit, and they were like, you know what? We're going to do that exact same thing because they're not going to be able to stop us. We're just going to rush four and play soft two high safety shell coverage. And they are literally not going to have an answer. And they were exactly right. That game was fucking embarrassing for the Packers. Like, if you're a diehard, I'm a Packer fan. I really am. I fucking love them. But not like that. Because that would have hurt my soul to see. If I was like Tom Grossi level of Packer fan, I would have like threw the fuck up everything that I ate that day. And it just would have been all over the place, everywhere. Nobody can fuck it. Just projectile vibe. Like when Brian Griffin figured out that he fucked Quagmire's dad that was trans, and he just vomited for like a minute straight. That would have been me. So feel like I have to say this. I love trans people. That was just a joke. That was literally a cartoon I was making reference to. Don't come for me. I'll kiss you in the mouth. Anyway, fucking embarrassing. Packers lose, and then they have to go to Buffalo to beat the Bills that are on fire. And I feel like I have to say this at least once. The Bills have the best TikTok ever. Like, it's just so good. Every time they win, they post a shit post. It's just whoever made that idea, like, you fucking get it. You get us. Anyway, the Bucks versus the Panthers. Now, this was a game that everybody kind of expected the Panthers to lose, but for them to get the Bucks got wiped. And this is the other thing that analysts people aren't talking about enough. The Packers lost to the Commanders. The Commanders have a pretty decent defense. It's not great, but it's a decent defense. They have a good four-man rush, and then their back end is whatever. So equals like a decent defense. But Aaron Rodgers doesn't have he doesn't have Devontae Adams anymore. His offensive line wasn't what it used to be. And the main guy that he's throwing to is fucking Allen Lazard. And they're trying to make Allen Lazard a deep threat, but he's just not. He's just not that guy. And it's okay. Like, I'm not shitting on him. I don't want you to think that I fucking hate Allen Lazard. I like him. I appreciate him. I appreciate everything about him, because he's like, coming into the league, he was a undrafted free agent, and he worked his way up with Green Bay. What a hell of a team to work your way up with. And he ended up making a name for himself, which is really cool. So I have nothing against him, but I don't think just because he can do something doesn't mean like he can do it consistently. You know what I mean? If you want to have a deep threat, make it someone that's like genuinely fast and that can get separation often, because that's not him. You can put him in the slot and he'll get something going. He's a really good blocker. all this shit. And ooh, bless me. 21-23 was the Packers score. I'm looking up the stats right now. It was just, that game was just so bizarre. Like fucking Alan Lazard he had 55 yards, 6 attempts, and then Aaron Jones had nine receiving yards and 53 yards. I don't know why they're not running the ball. Run the ball. You have 2 really, really talented running backs. One of them is a Pro Bowler that you just gave a huge contract to not too long ago. 2 years ago, actually. And you're not running the football? So the Bucks, I completely forgot about this game. The Bucks and the Panthers won 21-3 very convincingly, but the point I was trying to make was Aaron doesn't have any weapons, and Tom has most of his guys back. He doesn't have Rob Gronkowski, but he has Russell Gage, who is somebody that he was extremely high on coming into the year. He has Chris Godwin coming off of an ACL. He's not really playing like his full self again, and that's okay. An ACL tear is an extremely, difficult injury to recover from, and I wish him nothing but the best. He'll look like himself by the end of the year. And Mike Evans, the guy that got Johnny Manziel, the guy that got that guy's fucking name. He plays on the Panthers now. Baker Mayfield, the guy that got Baker Mayfield his Heisman. I really didn't give a fuck about this game, but this is the first time in, I think, Tom's career that he's been below 500. So that's like crazy. But again, like, they're still going to go to the playoffs. They're still going to win that division. Like, I don't give a fuck. Once they figure out their offensive line woes, they're good. Their defense is still crazy. Tom Brady's still crazy. Chris Godwin's still good. Mike Evans is still good. Leonard Fournette is still really good. They're fine. And then the Falcons versus the Bengals. This game, I'm just like, to be honest with you, like, dude, I didn't know the Falcons were going to be this talented going into the year. Like, they've always had guys. They always draft like really good offensive pieces, but on what the fuck they do with them is always up for debate. The Bengals, this was their like, we're back game. So that was really cool to see. Jamar Chase getting 2 touchdowns. Tyler Boyd, they have 3 number 1 wide receivers on that team, dude. It's hard to keep track, but guy got a really big touchdown down the field. Looked like I think it was a 53-yarder. Very impressive. And then on top of that, like, Marcus Mariota is a quarterback in the NFL. Like, he's not bad. He's not good. Still needs a few kinks to work out, but guy looks good. But that offense for the Bengals looks like it's on fucking fire now. So if they can capitalize on that for the rest of the year and just get back to what they were doing last year, it's another team that's going to go to the playoffs. Spin fire in the booth, but I'm not a rapper. Purpleroom RecordingZ episode 120, 119. It do not matter. But turning the fast money, that's how you gonna be daddy. I'm happy to be back. This is who I really am. You may see this as a costume, but this is how I wish I could dress every day. But I'd scare the fuck out of people in my workplace, so I don't think I could do that. Anyway, thank you for listening. Happy Halloween. Please stay safe. Nobody's gonna put razors in your candy. That's literally a myth. Nobody's gonna poison your candy. I mean, I don't know that, but just be careful. Like, don't hang around anybody that's untrustworthy. And if you happen to be a younger person watching this for some reason, my advice to you would be, like, if you're in high school, go hang out with people that, if you want to celebrate Halloween, hang out with people that want to actually celebrate that actually want to do that. So many times I keep hearing like, I'll want to go trick or treat, or I want to go dress up with my friends, but none of them want to. They say it's dumb. Fuck them. They're not your friends then. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's you. You're a person. You're beautiful. You do stuff. You work hard. You eat cheese. Whatever the fuck. Just do you. spitting fire in the booth, but I'm not a rapper. Purpleroom RecordingZ episode between 120 and 119. We out here on that big fat motherfucking juicy, spooky, scary booty. Happy Halloween. Eat a lot of candy. Eat some caramel apples for me, because I'm gonna be eating at least one. And enjoy your time. Remember, Halloween is actually on Monday, so unless you have that day requested off, don't go too hard. But I hope you have fun. See you guys soon. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, SoundCloud. I have all of these lovely platforms for you guys to just frequent whenever you want to. You can come in and out, say hi. I'm pretty active on TikTok and Instagram, so you can just pop in whenever. I need to get better at being on Twitter. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. Kanye, stay off that Perk 30 walk combo. It's $5.99 at McDonald's. Don't stay away from that shit. It's not good for you. And that's all I gotta say for you. Let's rain.
This bitch was so damn thick, she almost made me fall. Hail Mary, I gave her Super Bowls. Baby, I'ma catch you, not supposed to fall. To the end, can we still be friends? I won't let anyone in. You'll never see